All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So I was very fortunate. I talk about it all the time. I had a mother and father. I have a mother and father that have incredible genetics top to bottom. I didn't really realize this till later in life, the development that I was able to achieve, especially later in life without steroids and just by lifting heavy weights and dedicating myself and doing it for multiple years of different types of workouts, different types of sports. I was able to do a lot of things that most people couldn't do, especially when it came to jumping, especially when it came to strength, flexibility, and all these different types of things. I say it to my mother and father all the time, thank you so much for giving me the genetics you gave me, which is kind of a funny thing between us. But the one thing I realized over the years regarding genetics with a lot of people that I noticed that had great genetics, they never really took advantage of them. What I think happens a lot of times with people who do have genetics that are, or have good genetics, let's say, they don't sometimes take advantage of it. Now, I'm not telling anyone that they have to go out if they have good genetics and become a bodybuilder, professional athlete, or all of those things. But what I am saying is if you see you have potential with your genetics, or you have good genetics, let's just say, and you're working out, I promise you, you can take things to a level that you probably never really, can believe or that you think you can achieve. Even regarding, it could be anything you're doing physical, I should say. But here's the thing, I realize that a lot of people that have good genetics, they become kind of lazy. They take them for granted. I see it in the gym especially. They'll hit a certain point and then they just think that's kind of all they can achieve, when the reality is they can achieve so much more. Now, what I've also noticed over the years is people that don't have really good genetics, right? And I have a lot of friends like this as well, tried their hardest. Some have horrible chests, let's say. Some had horrible legs. Some just weren't that strong. But what I always really loved about those guys, for the most part, the ones that didn't have the genetics or the ones that wanted to achieve, greatness, is how they fought through that, right? And I think a lot of people that have great genetics, if they thought that way, they would achieve a lot more. I'm just letting you know, because the reality is we all have obviously different genetics. We are all going to get different results regarding what type of lifestyle we lead and also what type of fitness, exercising, or whatever we're doing, right? No one, again, lives the same life. We all eat differently, sleep differently. We all have different jobs. So that also comes into play. But I'm telling you, if you had good genetics, even if you have mediocre genetics is what I should say, right? I have seen so many people take something that looks mediocre or something that you don't think has a lot of potential and turn it into something incredible. How you're going to do that, again, is by usually realizing it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of time. And I think that's the one thing that people don't realize. It may not even take years. It may take decades. But I could assure you, if you start figuring out your body and start studying your genetics and seeing what is working for you and what isn't, right? And really incorporating and really focusing in more on what works, because I think what happens with a lot of people is they get more obsessed with their flaws than their strengths. Nothing wrong with working on both of them, but a lot of times don't get obsessed with your flaws. Like, I really was very fortunate. I had really good shoulders, chest, tris, and I've discussed this before, quads, calves. My hams were always lacking, and my biceps weren't always nearly as good as I think they could have been. I never got them to where I truly wanted to. But the reality was, for many years, I was more focused on what I couldn't develop, or what wasn't developing is what I should say, instead of what was, because in reality, everything else, because of my genetics, again, I was getting a lot of great gains, but I probably could have gained even more, not getting so caught up in my flaws, let's just say. I also think it was a mental thing too. So do not always get obsessed with your flaws. A lot of people, back to genetics, you most likely, regardless, unless you're a god, and some people have it all. Don't get me wrong, you look at professional bodybuilders, powerlifters, professional athletes, yes, they have amazing genetics for the most part, top to bottom. If you went and talked to them, they would tell you, man, I wish I was faster, or man, I wish I could do this, man, I can't do this like this person. There's always going to be somebody out there that has better genetics than you. And the reality too is, when you're looking at yourself, a lot of times, again, looking at all your flaws, looking at all, what you don't have or what you can't do, people aren't looking at you like that a lot of times. Don't get caught up in that shit. Don't get obsessed on what everybody else is doing. Figure out what works best for you. You're going to figure that out if you take the time to do it. And again, you're going to be shocked at the results you get. And again, just focus, please focus in on your workouts, focus in on your lifestyle and your body. If you want to do bodybuilding, for instance, or whatever you want to do, you stay focused, you're consistent, and you're relentless. And don't give yourself an out. I'm telling you, in the consistency, if you keep going, most of the time you'd be shocked what type of genetics you really had. Again, you never truly developed them, I think, for the most part, for a lot of people. All right. And if you have great genetics, God bless you. Keep working on it. I'm telling you, there's always room to grow. I don't care how good you think you look. There's always, potential to do whatever you want to do to take things to another level. And if you do hit the point, and I see this a lot of times with people when they work out, they hit a point where they're like happy with exactly the way they are. That's wonderful. Nothing wrong with that. All you basically want to do is maintain it. And don't feel like if you do get to a certain point and you're happy that you're going to lax or you're not, not going to push you. I don't believe that at all. I think the whole key to working out or getting in shape or staying fit is, keep driving forward, but it's really to finally become comfortable in your own skin and be happy with what you're achieving and what you've already achieved. That's just my theory. If you like, check out some of my other videos. I got a ton of fitness videos that I'm talking about many different things. I also have some videos of me working out, and, I'm always trying to come in the perspective of the person who it's not just about talking about lifting weights or different types of workout routines or different type of sports. I kind of want to take on subjects that I think would be able to help people. And I think a lot of times people do think of themselves to go, man, I hate my genetics, or man, I don't know, why don't I look like this, or why can't I achieve this? And I get that. It's very hard, so if you stick with it, I promise you, you're going to be fine. Just keep kicking it in the ass and keep watching my videos. Anyways, all right, if you get a chance, subscribe. I have a podcast, The Rich Celenza Show, WTF are you talking about? I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, take care, and if you're traveling, safe travels.